Today we're going to be replacing the lower control arm and ball joint assembly of this 2002 Mitsubishi Lancer. I'm outside today because my shop is occupado. So we're going to start by jacking this up and removing the wheel. Okay, the wheel's off. Now we're going to loosen the bolt, the little pinch bolt on the ball joint, I'll show you in a second, and release it from the knuckle. Yes, I know the rotor needs to be replaced. Also, I found out the tie rod boot is ripped, so that's going to be replaced as well. Holding one side with the ratchet, the other side I'm going to take off with a 1/2" impact. Socket size is 17mm. There we go. Put the nut back on to protect the threads when I hit it. There we go. Take that out. Alright. We gotta just hit this control arm downward. Replacing it anyway. Don't have to worry about damaging it. Alright, the ball joint's loose. I think we need to loosen the other two bolts for it to come out all the way. This one on the left is a 19mm. This way. So jeez. Starting to spin. Oh man, this guy. So it looks like what's happening is that the bolt is seized to the bushing inside the control arm, and as I'm turning the bolt out, it's pulling the bushing out, which is causing this little plate here to bend. So I don't know how I'm going to cut this bushing away. I got to try to do something to get that bolt free. So see what happens. Alright, so I'm going to move on to the other side for now. This oil filter's in the way, so I'm going to take it off so I can get a socket on there. That's why I have my pan. Let's get this one off. It's a 19. This one better not be seized as well. I think that broke it loose. Well, good. At least some good luck. Alright. Finally got it to come out. Oops, sorry. Anyway, it's out. Next on the agenda is the sway bar link, holding on the bottom with a 16 and the top with a 17. So we're just gonna, this one is actually coming off really easily. Alright, I got the top nut off. Whoops. Then there's this top plate, this little bushing, and then I should be able to just push the rest of this through. There we go. Okay, it's now much later in the day. Took lunch, had to clear my head a little bit, figure out what I was going to do with that bolt. Ended up having to cut the control arm and then cut the bolt into multiple pieces because the bolt was so long, and see, with the control arm on, even if I cut the bolt, there wasn't enough room to get the control arm out. So first I had to cut the control arm, get that off, then I had to cut the bolt in half, then I had to cut the head off the bolt, take the head in half out, and then drop the rest of the bolt down. Still didn't fit, I had to cut that off. Anyway, it's off now, and we're finally ready to put the new one on. Alright, so let's get this up in here. Now we're gonna put this side in the knuckle. There we go. Alright, let's put these bolts back in. Okay, first is this pinch bolt. So I'm just going to put all the bolts on loosely. And then well, I'm going to put them finger tight, and then I'll snug them all down at once. Tighten them all down at once. Okay, next we have this side bolt over here. It's just, you know what? I'm going to prevent what just happened to me. Put anti-seize on the shaft. Let's put some anti-seize on. Okay, so those two bolts are ran down by hand as much as they can go. I need to get a new bolt for this. So today, this is where it ends for me, but for you, you're gonna see the result in maybe 2 seconds. So, see you then. Okay, it's the next day. I got a new bolt. I'm putting it in to put anti-seize on the shaft so the same thing doesn't happen again in the future. I had to jack the control arm up a little bit to get it to align. Get it nice and tight. Don't forget to tighten this side bolt. Okay, so I've jacked this control arm up a little bit more. We're going to put the sway bar links in. So we have this, and they go in a certain order. First goes that, and then this. Okay, now we're going to tighten this up. Okay, and next we're going to just tighten the pinch bolt for the ball joint. There we go. Okay, now we're going to put the wheel back on. As you can see, I replaced the rotor. That's it for this one, guys. If you want to connect with me socially, I made a Facebook page. You can click the link right here and go to it and give it a like. I'd really appreciate that. Otherwise, thanks for watching.